Hello and welcome to a very special interaction with Dr. Paul Dhinakaran. He is the Chancellor of Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Coimbatore. Today we are here for a very small interaction with him. We will talk to him about his upcoming deemed university, and he, being an evangelist, will throw some light on that issue also. So first of all, welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Our first question is, Karunya Institute of Technology and Science is a leading brand in education industry. How does it make a spot in the mushrooming Indian universities?
We started in 1986 as an engineering college, and in 2004 it became a deemed to be university. And in 1999 it was the first private self-financing autonomous college in the whole country amongst all the engineering colleges. And it's a residential campus spread over 700 acres of land with about 8,000 plus students, and we have students from 26 states all across India. It's a mini India, and people speak different languages, but they live as one family. Our focus at Karunya is to find solutions to human problems. Every student is nurtured to create something which will find solution to a human problem. And our focus is towards food, healthcare, water, and energy. So research plays a key role, product development, and also teamwork to work together to find solutions to human problems. So there's a purpose in education. It's not just educating people to get a degree, go out, find jobs, but it's finding solutions to human problems and building life amidst the society. That's our mission.
Right. Our next question is, we see a lot of private universities coming out every year, and the quality of education is not being maintained. So what are your strategies, plans to make your upcoming deemed university producing quality students?
Well, that's most relevant because today we find there are many people with degrees and then they try to find a job with their degrees. But it's not working. Then they go on to do their post-graduation, they go on to do their PhD, but still they don't find the proper jobs. Jobs come only when a person is able to create, is able to apply the knowledge. And so the institution has to be application-oriented, education-providing institution. So in that case, the whole teaching learning process has to be application oriented. And in this, industry and academia and societal relevance has to play a key role. Today the nation has thrust areas like Digital India, Clean India, and so on. So the whole education system should focus towards that, because a lot of government projects funding is coming towards those areas, and every institution should be involved in national projects so that they are relevant in terms of education, and the students rise up with knowledge to do something. They should become an entrepreneur, or they should enter into an industry which can produce something different, and then we become world leaders in the nation. And for that, the faculty members have to be real agents of change. Many of them we find go from degree to degree in an engineering institution or a university, and then come back to teach in a classroom in another university. They have no experience in practical areas. So every faculty member should have had industry experience or societal experience. Only then they can create these type of students. So that's what is needed in the country today.
A student goes into a program for a good job, for and we also spoke about the Startup India programs where government is promoting entrepreneurship. So what is your view that how much your university will focus on creating more and more entrepreneurs or will focus on giving quality jobs?
Yes. Now it's so difficult to get into the high job market, especially in the core industries, because the placement is so low in the core industries. Mostly it's the IT jobs which people get in an engineering institution. And so our mission is to raise entrepreneurs. And for that, as I said, every student should be made to apply their knowledge and create something new. And the institution has to give seed funding for those students to produce the product. And the institution should help in patenting those products and then help in incubating those products. And the product, when it comes out, the institution and the passing out student can have joint ownership of the patents. And so the student after graduation becomes an entrepreneur creating that product, and also the revenues go to the institution, alma mater. So there's a joint venture between the institution and the graduating student, and this helps in the engineering education itself, because unless the alumni also play a key role in the university in terms of developing technology, not just funding buildings and so on, there won't be development. So there's continuous interaction, improvement of technology in the university, and this is our vision at Karunya. And we are focusing on innovation, incubation, and sending them out as entrepreneurs and making the alumni as partners of the university even in the coming days, so that the knowledge that they have produced, they get even after they leave, comes back to the university, and the university is current. And every new student is also creators or entrepreneurs. So this is the mission that we have in Karunya.
So if we talk about, can you elaborate on 5 points where why a student should go and choose Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences?
Well, Karunya means compassion. So our mission is to show compassion to those in society, so we have care homes right in the campus. We have old age care homes, we have physical therapy for those who are not able to walk, then occupational therapy. We go out to the villages and treat those little children whose brains have been affected, they are not able to walk and so on. And the students also join together and they are able to touch pain. And then they come back to the labs and work on those technologies which can relieve these pains. So it's a good place for someone who has compassion to come and create a product which will be most in demand amongst all the society. So those who would like to become entrepreneurs, Karunya would be a fine place to join. And secondly, the quality of life itself. It's a fully residential institution, and you can get a flavor of India and also international, because we have international students all stay in the campus, and it's a family atmosphere. When they learn to live together, they are able to work together. So when they get employed, the Karunya students are able to work with people from different languages, cultures, and religions, and yet they are able to produce, and so automatically they become leaders amongst them. They don't feel out of place. So it's a good place for them to have this family relationship, and then because business is all about relationship, and so we see the Karunya students always rising up to high places. And the third one is faculty members who are connected with the industry, and every subject that is being taught is relevant to the industry, relevant to the latest systems, and the alumni are involved in upgrading the syllabus and so on. So they get full access to practical application oriented education. And the fourth one, it's a residential institution, so we have number of programs in terms of sports. We have been getting the gold medals and winning trophies, winning tournaments in sports, and we sponsor sportsmen and women, so we get national players coming in from the schools. So it's a good place for sports, music, drama, and healthy interaction, healthy lifestyle, clean lifestyle. So that's a great part. And fifthly, they go out as individuals with compassion in their hearts and with leadership qualities, so that they can survive anywhere in the world and build a nation. So it's a wholesome process, and we care for the poor. So a lot of scholarships are available. We have partnered with our sister NGO called Sisha, which works in the street with street children, and we provide evening classes for them, tuition classes for them, and many of them rise up with high scores in the 12th standard examination. So we have a competitive exams amongst these children, and we choose the best of the best among them from all across India, and we give them free education in Karunya. From the streets they come into a engineering institution, fully residential, fully paid for, including their dress, and they are the ones who shine so well and go out as leaders. So these are 5 inviting hallmarks for anyone who would like to join Karunya.
So till now we were talking to a chancellor. Now I'm speaking to an evangelist, a world-known evangelist, Dr. Paul Dhinakaran. We would like to know, sir, how, according to you, what is the future and how India is going to present itself in the next decade?
Well, my mission has been to pray for the people. People are hurting, and when a problem comes to a person, it doesn't ask what religion do you belong to, what caste do you belong to, what language do you speak. It comes to everybody. Everybody suffers. So when we pray for the people, we do not ask them, who are you? But we ask them, what is your problem? Because that's what God asks. God doesn't say, what is your background? Tell me that first. He always says, what do you want? He's a God of love, compassion, and He loves everybody. So that's our mission, and that unites everyone. God's love is beyond language, religion, and even the selfishness of a person. His love is beyond. And I have seen when we pray for people, that melts their heart. Whether they receive an answer immediately or not, their souls are touched and peace comes into their hearts, and they become a person of compassion who loves somebody else. So this unites everybody. Prayer unites everybody, and that has been my mission. And it should be our focus to pray for our nation. Many times we keep criticizing others, we keep criticizing those who are supposed to help us. We keep criticizing the government and so on. But how much time have we taken to pray for God to strengthen our leaders, strengthen our parents, strengthen the institutions which provide jobs for us, and care for them? All of us are human beings. So love has to flow through prayer for somebody else. Maybe you do not have the money to help others, but you can pray for them. Say a good word, a word of encouragement, and that's what the world needs. And that has been our mission, to raise people who would love others. But now what India needs at this point of time is prayer. Well, India has been a land which believes in prayer, which believes in family values, and that's what has lifted up our nation above everyone. And at this point of time, as I have been praying for the nation, I've had divine guidances which I have shared with our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi too. And in 2017 January, I was given a divine direction where I saw on January 1st that North Korea and South Korea would unite together. It was an impossible thing. And today we see them shaking hands. And in the same revelation, amazingly, I saw India, of course, making friends with all the nations of the world, which I shared with our Prime Minister in 2014 in person in his home. And then I saw India rising up economically at a time when India and China would work together. Today, we have differences, but the time is coming when India and China would work together. And I saw even a new currency coming up, which would be a world currency, and which would compete with other currencies of the world. And so India has God's agenda to prosper and rise up. But at the same time, money is not everything. Money is just a means. The heart is so important. And many times we see money corrupts. And so just looking at India prospering alone is not going to keep us in good stead. We need to have values for which India is known. So both have to come together, and every institution, educational institution, has to be empowered to teach the students how to balance money, prosperity, fame, as well as the fear of God, love for each other, and family values, which alone will keep a person stable in life. So this should be the focus of the future, and that's why we need the school system to engage in these type of missions, which will keep our country rising up to great heights. So we have a great future in India.
So with this answer, we come to a conclusion and come to end of this short interview. It was a lovely interaction with Dr. Paul, and we thank them for giving his valuable time to us. We would also love to visit the Karunya University so that all the visitors can see the infrastructure which he spoke to us, and we can highlight all the important infrastructural issues to our visitors. Thank you so much.